Zoinks and welcome everybody. Jinkies, welcome to Night of Fright 2, The Lich's Ghost, Part 2. This is a continuation of a game that we played way back in October. I know for some of us that feels like just yesterday, and for other of us that feels like 5 years ago. So, no problems if we forget stuff or if, say, a character's voice happens to change. Because, what, I'm going to rewatch that? Like I have time? Come on. And already I've dropped out of meets for some reason. Okay, so this is going great so far. While I do this, I'm Derek Sword. I use he and pronouns. Thank you so much for joining us. This game is in support of NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Illness, as we are continuing that cause from October. We are not the only game, to be fair, but you can still donate. And actually, we're really close to hitting a goal for National Alliance for Mental Illness. You can donate using the Tiltify link that you see in chat or on any of our socials. And if we do hit, I think we're just $40 away, $40 US. If we do hit that goal, we're going to do a giveaway. It's a $20 gift card giveaway for Friday Tea. Friday Tea being a wonderful tea shop based here in the Pacific Northwest that has just I don't think I could count as many teas as Friday is able to concoct. And there we go. And there's stuff for like every kind of fandom out there. You're sure to find something you like if you even tangentially like tea, or if you know somebody who likes tea. So we'll do that once we hit, I believe it's $450 US. Like I said, we're only about $40 away right now. So please consider that. And if you do, you can impact this game. You can give crits and advantages. We can't really do complications because this is a module and I can't really like overly complicate what is already there. But you can make things spooky and fun in the best of ways. So I'm going to stop talking for just a second, have these lovely people introduce themselves and say who they're playing. And we'll go from there. We'll do a little recap and jump right back into it. So, let's see who's up first. Katie, you were up first for me if you don't mind starting us out.
Hello, I'm Katie Quixotic. You can find me everywhere. I want you to find me as Katie Quixotic. I will be playing Dafni, the Tiefling Warlock. I believe it's called Pact of the Damsel. Or patron. My patron is the damsel. Something like that. She's very fun. And I have a familiar, a dog-looking character that might be familiar to anyone aware of the original IP. And his name is Scrappy.
Yes, a scrapped together familiar, somewhat humanoid, somewhat canine.
Mm-hmm.
Very unsettling all the same. Thank you, Katie. Next up, Tori.
Hey, my name's Tori. You can find me all over the internet on all the socials as that nerd Tori. I'm the only one with that handle. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Velma today, who's a halfling rogue, and she uses she, her pronouns.
I'm always impressed that Tori managed to get that nerd Tori everywhere. Like that's
every time I'm shocked.
It's so good. Yes. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hi, fam. I'm Mikyl. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval, Mikyl Sandoval. I can spell my own name, I swear, on Instagram and other socials. I am playing your Noel Bard named Skahooby Dooby Doom.
Fantastic. That can't wait for that the entire time. Last but absolutely not least, we have Jenine.
Hello, my name is Jenine Florence. You can find me everywhere at Jenine Florence. I use they, them pronouns, but today I'll be playing Sir Frederick, the paladin of traps? Traps? Yep, traps. Yeah. Half orc. I'm getting the himbo energy now.
It's perfect.
Channeling it early.
Really appreciate the closet cosplay that everybody put in, or the flat out cosplay that Mikyl put into this. Yes, unfortunately, Ark is not able to join us for this session, so we'll have to channel as much shaggy energy as possible. Maybe that's why I wore this shade of green. I don't know. It seemed nice today. Okay, let's jump into stuff. So, you find yourselves in the town of Haven. You have arrived. It's the same night upon which you arrived, the sun setting as you drove into this small provincial town. There's nobody singing. It's not that kind of town. It's not that poor. It's actually kind of middle class.
Give me 2 more references and somebody will be singing. I'm kidding.
Oh God. So you drove. Well, I guess you rode in on your mystery wagon. I think that's what it's called. You're not Mystery Incorporated. You're Mystery LLC. So it's legally distinct. You're legally distinct meddlesome adventurers. Not
Precisely
teenagers.
30% different. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, exactly. So you arrived in the town of Haven, pulled in your cart by your horses, and upon arrival, noticed that a stage was being set up for some sort of performance. The flyer that had been left on your cart days prior said it was an invitation. There was a handwritten note from Benjamin Brightmoon, who said that you were more than welcome. And in fact, your services might even be utilized in the town of Haven, you all being notable as adventurers who solve mysteries about monsters and paranormal things in a world that is full of monsters and paranormal things. So you came in, saw that the town was getting set up for something, but the mayor quickly ran over and told you that you all could leave. It's not a big deal, but everything's fine here. They don't need any extra people. This is more of a local thing. But unfortunately, he was interrupted by a massive apparition, seemingly of a ghost, a Lich's ghost, even, that appeared and struck a bolt of deadly energy at one of the citizenry, striking them, as far as you all were then able to tell, dead. And despite the mayor saying, "Oh, they're sleeping, they're fine," the mayor seems to be covering things up along with the constable. You have, some of you, more than others, sniffed around, but otherwise detected and investigated a few things here and there, finding your way to Benjamin's house, whereupon you did meet Benjamin Brightmoon himself, a man who gives different vibes to different people, I think is a fair way of putting it. But a man who did say that he was your ally nonetheless, and utilizing a couple other clues, you have now found your way to the home of Simone, the local newspaper writer and editor and also terrible speller. And as you have knocked on her door, she has frantically opened it. She is this small, mousy woman with like frazzled hair, glasses that are 2 different types of glasses that have actually been taped together. So one of the lenses is square, the other one is circular, and they're taped together at the bridge of the nose. And as she opens the door, you can see that there are newspapers covering the walls and windows. Everything is just plastered with newspaper, seemingly that she wrote. And she grabs onto Sir Frederick's collar, the collar of his breastplate, and pulls him in and says, "I have so much to show you," and pulls you all inside. And that is where we left off last time. We do have, of course, Scrappy that did some investigating. We had Shaggy and Scooby eat some suspicious food and pay the price for it. And you also, you met the local dentist. It was a weird experience. I'm not going to say whether it was good or bad. It was weird. But that is where we kind of left things. Otherwise, you've seen kind of people milling about here and there. You know that the Hexblade girls are setting up on the stage, but have not performed yet. And I will leave it then to you. We pick up in Simone's house. She has closed the door behind her. And again, you stand in a room where there is a lantern at the very center of this messy house that is illuminating outwards, casting your shadows very like long against this newspaper wallpaper. And looking all about, you can see that there are headlines like again, everything misspelled, like local beat festival is the pits, but beat is spelled wrong. It's BEAT. Local cemetery needs digging. There's just weird things that seems like she's really been stretching to find headlines here and there. But also, to those of you with higher passive perceptions, you're also picking up on, like, in the lower articles, maybe even like the second page kind of stuff. Local meeting, definitely not a cult. Totally not, trying to raise a lich ghost or anything. Like, things like that. Like, very not subtle, but also, like, buried on like, page 4 or something like that. So, with that, I will leave it to all of you. We pick up in Simone's house. What would you all like to do?
I gently swat her hand from my breastplate.
I would
Yeah,
like to investigate the room.
Okay.
I'm not even saying hi.
Fair enough. Yes, halfling Velma, you are kind of like below her line of sight as she is looking up at the half orc Sir Frederick, and like kind of as her hands swat away, she goes, yes. What would you be looking for?
Anything. I mean, we know that she's got articles about this Lich situation. Basically, I just want to gather all the information she has and see how much
Okay.
of it is like reliable.
Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Can I cast a spell, enhance ability on
I don't think you need to.
Okay, just joking.
I got 22.
Shoot.
I have a plus 12 to investigation. I need no help.
It is Velma. Velma, after all.
Velma.
Okay. Looking around, this house is an absolute mess. This woman has or had cats, but you don't see any cats around. It's kind of like you have that smell, that like ammonia smell of uncleaned litter box.
Right.
Really hits you like a brick. Most of the space is overtaken by a table at the center with that lantern, and then like extending into her kitchen area. It's a very open concept, and kind of like taking up the dining room space. Like all of the other furniture has been pushed against the wall because there's a massive bulky printing press with all of its accessories kind of taking up the majority of her home. She herself covered in ink. Most of the furniture has ink handprints on it, stains. Again, there's again newspapers all over the wall as well. It's kind of hard to tell like what her original hand color is because it's so discolored by black and blue ink. Like it's so ingrained into her fingernails. At first you think it's nail polish, but it's just like that's what the color of her fingertips are at this point. There are stacks of newspapers as well, some of which seem to be like actually architecturally important to the house at this point. Like there probably is a second floor, but judging by the stacks of newspapers on the stairs, she doesn't utilize it, and it is probably the stacks are probably load bearing at this point. And I will say that kind of looking at one of the first headlines that just kind of catches your eye, you see things like 10 home workout tips Benny doesn't want you to know. Is Casey's success due to a carnivorous outer space plant? No, but we investigated it anyway. And scandal. Jill's Diner rated #1 for 69th year. Nice. What I will also tell you, with a roll that high, the out of all those articles, you're kind of just like shifting, maybe even with your foot, on like recent newspapers. And there's one at the top, another round of Harvest Festival disappearances. Not suspicious at all. They just left on their own, claims mayor. That one was from last year. You scoot that one aside. The next one says, mysterious tunnels beneath town, evidence of mole people. Residents say, don't print that. And then the one at the very bottom that definitely catches your eye the most is someone in town a descendant of Sarah Brightmoon. And it has a like hand-drawn picture, very almost stick figure-esque, but like judging by the ascot and the coat that she tried to draw, this is probably her rendering of Benjamin Brightmoon. And this paper is the only one to have any accompanying notes, as it seems Simone was investigating this, but was not able to find a direct link. So the town's genealogical records went missing right around the time she began her investigation. She kind of notes that. However, there's along with the Benjamin drawing, there's question marks all around it, like she's the one he's the one she suspects regardless.
Ooh. Town's genealogy records missing. Suspicious. I'm gonna keep all that information in my little head right now, and let's see what happens.
Okay. So, Simone looks to all of you. She goes, I'm so glad that you all are here. I've been hoping that some adventurers, some sort of heroes would arrive, and here you all are. And you're gonna save our town. I'm so excited. We've had just so many things I've been worried about. Giant purple worms, and I mean dragons from the sky. But of course, we have the zombies, perhaps. I mean, not officially. I can't say that technically. Because I mean, what if the skeletons? Because then that's not a zombie. There's a difference between the two. But also ghosts. Did you see the ghost? I saw that ghost, and I knew. I said to myself, I said, Simone, they will be able to deal with that ghost.
So did you invite us here?
I invited you. Well, to Haven, no, but
Okay.
I suppose I somewhat invited you to my home through a clue that I knew you would be able to suss out.
Very subtle clue.
Yes, I thought so. So, have you dealt with it then? Have you killed the ghost? Can you kill a ghost? I need to investigate.
We've only just seen it the once, but like, have you heard about it before? Has this happened before?
Well, I mean, you know the story of Sarah Brightmoon, right? Normal lady, just wanted to live forever, killed a whole bunch of people in her efforts to ascertain some sort of necromantic immortality. She almost attained lichdom, but then the townsfolk said, you eat this pitchfork, and they, stopped her. And then so she's been kind of, she's kind of a local legend around here, of course. But then there's also some townfolk that believe that they can derive power from her, and some on the town council may or may not be part of a cult. And I may or may not have been invited, or not really invited, but asked to leave. I guess it's the opposite of invited. But they were doing anything anyway, and they think that they're all these big fancy pants gonna get power from Sarah, but she's like she's gonna care. So I feel like I've said too much.
No, this is all very good information and a very nuanced perspective, I would say.
Oh, I definitely know how to spell that word.
I don't think you do.
She starts with
I
an
do.
M-E-W. The smartest one, of course. I pinpointed that right off the bat.
Where
Tell me
did
about-
Yeah, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead. I've done too much talking.
I was gonna say, so like you said you went to a cult meeting. Like, where did they have that?
Oh, town hall.
Oh, so not hiding it.
Well, I mean, the doors are locked.
Okay.
It's just you need the space for that big of a summoning circle.
Mm.
So we've basically confirmed that they're summoning a lich, right?
They were trying to, not fully summon her, because then they considered that that might be a problem. They're mostly just trying to leech from a lich, like sap energy. It wasn't always super successful, but they keep trying.
What is the state of education in this town?
I've never been there. Is that
Okay. Yep.
Is that like Wyoming?
Sure. Wow. I just need you to know that trying to siphon power from a lich, I mean, and I'm not much of a magic user, seems phenomenally ill-advised.
Oh, well, we have a doctor in town if anything's being ill-advised. He's a dentist, but
Velma pinches the bridge of her nose under her glasses and goes back to looking around the room.
So, we saw. Did you see the ghost that was out that killed the person? Just a few
he's
minutes
dead?
ago.
Oh, I thought he was just sleeping. Yes, I did see that. It was strange, very strange.
Did that happen to look like your Sarah Bright Moon person that's from around here?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen her. She died,
Mm.
what, 100 years ago?
Hmm. And there's no records of what people looked like, important people either.
I think there might be a painting of her at the old Bright Moon Estate, but um, I mean, I'm the local newspaper person. There wasn't one before me.
Hmm.
Yes, I am a sentinel of the free press, a guardsman of woman of the right to free speech. I am a soldier on the front lines of truth.
Hmm. A beacon of knowledge for the masses, no doubt.
Yeah, sure. Whatever a beacon is, yeah.
Do you ever buy flowers at the florist?
Well, she says I'm not allowed in there anymore after the headline I ran about her plants being man-eating and whatnot. But I think they're very pretty from the window until she shoos me away with a broom.
Do her plants eat people?
My investigation was inconclusive. I left a steak inside, and she yelled at me after it smelled after a few days.
Okay, so
Yeah.
plants probably
Yeah.
don't eat people then. Do you know why the mayor
I mean,
might
the
have...
begonias don't. That's... Yeah.
Famously not carnivorous begonias.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of flowers or seeds the mayor might get from the florist?
I didn't know he had much of a green thumb. Well, aside from all the bribes he clearly takes.
I turned to the rest of the group. I wonder if the seeds that Scrappy saw were actually a bribe. That was
What's
the
a
thing that
bribe?
Scrappy saw. How to explain a bribe? So, like, you give somebody something in hopes that they'll do you a favor. Either like monetary or like a favor of your own. But it's usually like preemptive.
But don't we get paid to do missions? Is that a bribe?
No, this is more you're paying someone to do something, but you don't want everyone to know that you're paying them to do something.
Less like a job, which is like legitimate, and more like a threat or encouragement, which is illegitimate. Frowned upon.
Okay.
I just want to celebrate these players who I know several of them are very anti-capitalist, trying to explain the intricacies of a normal capitalistic market versus actual bribery, which does exist in a capitalistic market. Bravo to you all.
It took everything in my power not to just Google a picture of like the Senate and the House and be like, bribe here.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Katie to be like, I don't know, what is the fucking difference?
I'm sure you saw it on my face when I was like,
Not like we're seeing any of the money anyways.
real.
So yeah, I know that there's underground tunnels that can lead here or there.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. I saw it on your papers here.
Yes.
I don't think mole people is the right direction, but can you tell me anything more about these tunnels?
I know that they exist. I have seen a tunnel, but I did not have any source of light on me at the time, so I did not explore them.
But you know where an entrance is.
There's one under town hall.
And you didn't think that the tunnels might have something to do with the Lich summoning?
I was busy investigating what was in a hot dog at the time. So
Excellent. Important journalistic endeavors.
Thank you.
How would one get into these like tunnels? Like, is it easy to do?
It seemed big enough for a person to get in. I think you just need to find one of the openings. As I understand it, the rather secretive, and I was told to stop asking so many questions. You're being really nosy. Please stop standing on my foot. You're too close and I can smell your breath.
Did you ever find one of the entrances to one of the tunnels?
I saw one that's behind where the mayor stands in Town Hall, yeah. But that's the only one that I was able to look down, and then he smacked me on the nose like a dog. Oh, no offense.
Oh. Well, gang, that seems like a good place to start, huh?
I agree. I think breaking into town hall might be our next best bet.
Or maybe just walking in, if it's part of the celebration.
Sneaking in. We don't want anyone to know we're there and then pop us on the nose.
Good point. Good point. Well, thank you. You've been like very helpful.
Oh yeah, no, that's my goal at all times. I hope that you are successful and all of your endeavors, and I look forward to. She goes to like place a couple things on her printing press. Local, 6. Well, you're not local. Foreign, no. Meddlesome adventurers still alive.
Maybe
It's
we should
tomorrow's
keep
edition,
our
probably.
Investigation out of the press.
Oh,
For
it's
now?
for tomorrow. I'm assuming you're either gonna live or die tonight, so I've still got time to change it.
Good. Great. Well, gang? Shall we
Time to
leave
go.
this house now?
To the tunnels. To the not tunnels. To the.
No, they're
I
tunnels,
don't know
Fred.
where we're going. Ooh.
They're tunnels.
Yep. Heading towards general direction of town hall nonchalantly, so it's not like we're making an obvious beeline.
To the
Sure.
salon.
Nonchalant as all hell. No rolls needed for that. You all do leave Simone's and make your way down the path past Jill's diner there, past a little bit of greenery, the concession stand, ticket vendor, until you see Jill's diner to your southeast, Dr. Knight's office, the dentist office to your northeast, and then Town Hall at this bit of crossroads here to your northwest. As you approach, go ahead and give me a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah, if you want to pick up on anything, you do not have to. This is just if you
Plus
think
11.
you might want to pick
24.
up on something. Okay.
17.
26.
That's
Okay.
right, me and Scooby have got it.
Yeah.
13.
It's all smell based.
I love it.
So, what I will give to Scooby and Velma, and we'll start at the lower. So, first of all, you notice that Town Hall is a single story. It does have kind of like a clock tower that extends up out of it that you could probably climb into. It's big enough that probably you could go up there for maintenance reasons, but it seems like most of the activity comes from the this large center room that you can see through these big windows, and there is light on inside. It seems like there are lanterns on inside, so you can see that there are paintings of important looking individuals, men and women, probably former town councilors, if you had to guess, maybe even founders of the town. And then Scooby, you pick up this through scent. You pick up that there's a familiar scent. That of the mayor's is kind of like you're picking up on that as you notice that several of the lanterns are kind of snuffed out, and then you pick up on this very like heavy cinnamon, patchouli, tobacco. Um, I'm not overly familiar with scent profiles. It's a very witchy scent, is what I'm going to give you. Um, like if somebody was trying to use a perfume to smell witchy, is kind of what I mean by that. Like hot topic level witchy.
Good.
And the front doors open after the lanterns are snuffed, and you see Mayor Coney, escorting out three very alt dressed women. They have like this very bright colored red hair, orange hair, there's green streaks, a lot of black, very like flowy, but also like leather and, you know, like glossy this and spiked that. And again, very early 2000s Hot Topic. And Mirconi is kind of like gesturing them down the steps. Yes, you know, we're so excited to have you all here. And we can't believe the Hex girls, the Hexblade girls, I'm sorry, would deign to have a show in our little town of Haven. And they're kind of just like waving them off, like and as they kind of like look at you all and smile. Velma, Scooby, you picked this up. They have very pronounced canines, giving you the impression that these might be vampires. If not just, you know, maybe witches by their dress, although it does seem a little manufactured. And the mayor does not seem to notice you as they go walking off towards the festival grounds area. He does lock the door behind him as he leaves. So seemingly with the lights off, with the door locked, the town hall is now empty. How would you all like to proceed?
Scoob elbows Sir Frederick and points at his eyes and then at them, like, did you see them? Because he knows Sir Frederick has the sight.
Oh, as in like, wait, which sight?
That's the thing where paladins like smell evil. Or
Yeah, I was gonna ask
divine
if I could do
sense.
divine sense.
Yes, you may do divine sense.
Excellent.
Because
I'm gonna-
I picked up on it, but I'm not sure that everybody else
Oh,
did.
divine sense was gonna get thrown up sooner or later. You tell him he'll do it.
Good.
Big dog energy over here.
Yeah.
So, divine sense is anything fiend, celestial, or undead.
Yes.
Okay. You channel your divine sense. You know, Fred, your head like cocks back and your eyes kind of glow, and you pick up on all of this extra sensory, like paladin aura kind of stuff. You know, you're picking up on sense, sounds, and just all of a sudden everything is just, all of your senses are just magnified and heightened in to note these specific things. Weirdly enough, they don't give off any sort of undead vibe. You don't pick up on anything celestial, you don't pick up on anything fiend, but as they're kind of walking away, this sense of undead begins to kind of like permeate a little bit thicker, and it's almost like this very noxious, pungent smell, as the rest of you would see, with almost nobody else around. This energy, this green glowing energy, seems to kind of start seeping out of the ground, and as it wafts up, it creates this cloud, and in that cloud it begins to form the form again of Sarah Brightmoon, this ghostly phantasmal figure now looming about 20 feet above in the sky. And she looks down at all of you, and she says, Mystery LLC is not welcome here. And I will need a dexterity saving throw from everybody.
Oh, from everyone.
heck,
Great.
oh,
I'm not
heck.
good at. Well, I'm okay at that actually. Not actually. That's an 11.
Okay.
Ooh. 9.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Oh, dirty 20.
10. I forgot to add a number. 10.
My God.
In the dice jail.
There we go. I tried to roll a dice twice and it flew out of my rolling thing and onto the ground twice. And I was like, okay, we can't be doing this. That's a 16 for me.
Okay. So anybody who got anything below a 15, so it sounds like Dafni was successful there. You are going to take fire damage as Sarah Brightmoon seems to shoot down fire bolts from her hands, these glowing green, like they have skull faces with flames coming out from behind them, and she's trying to shoot them down at like the group of you. And as you all try to scatter, those of you who are not able to scatter fast enough or might even dive directly into those firebolts are going to take 10 points of fire damage.
Ow!
So, Tori, you should have an uncanny dodge thing that might allow you to have that.
I am just forgot how play rogue.
All good.
Yeah, I can have that damage, so I can take only 5.
And after she just flings down about 5 fireballs, like these skull fireballs at you, fire bolts, I should say, she kind of just waves her hand, and with a cackling laugh, just ha ha ha, she just dissipates into the night and is gone.
Great.
And you are left once again on a somewhat scorched street.
I definitely don't like her.
In front of Town Hall.
Jinkies.
Well, at least we know we're on the right track, gang.
I feel like Dafni has like dusting off like her dress and then turns and looks at everyone else with like scorch marks and is like, yeah, seems like we are.
So are we still gonna go break in?
Yes.
I think
Got
so.
an idea.
Oh.
Well, I have clairvoyance, and do we want to put like do we want to check it out first ahead of time? It takes 10 minutes though, so like we could also like as I'm doing that and putting a sensor inside. I don't know. We could just all break in, right?
We could also investigate the area that she bopped out of in the ground.
Yeah. How does
yeah.
So I don't use familiars very often. Can I like poof my familiar in and out of like existence, right? Like I just kind of summon them and release them, but do I have to do the whole ritual to like resummon them?
So the only time you have to use the ritual is if you don't want to use a spell slot. So you
Okay.
can poof them in and out of existence, but every time if you want them to like instantly appear, that costs you a spell slot. If you want to like take the hour to resummon them, it doesn't cost you since it's the ritual at that point.
Okay. So I can't just like basically like teleport them on the other side of the door to unlock it for us, for instance.
Correct. You would not be able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can only put a sensor in there that would hear or see, and it would be basically just like a camera. So
And you all can look through the windows. The windows are pretty wide. They're at like, normal height for most of you. You would be able to look inside pretty easily.
Can I?
Since it's not normal height for me, can I go investigate the spot where she popped up?
Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check or investigation check.
It's going to be investigation because I have no Arcana. That's 23.
Okay. With a 23, what you notice first is that there are suspicious cart tracks that are actually just off the main road, leading from kind of a side part of the town hall. And they kind of like start off the main road and continue kind of in the grass a little bit, like somebody was trying to hide them, but nothing can be hidden from you with an investigation check apparently. And it's seemingly where like no traffic should be, but they seem to lead towards the old Jenkins place up towards the north there. The other thing that I will give you with that high of a roll is that as you're looking at the scorch marks on the ground, you're picking up on a scent of like phosphorus. I mean, you're enough of like you've lived in this world long enough that you know that magic has a certain smell. Like when you channel a firebolt, you're manipulating the weave. You're creating this flame from like the literal. You're pulling it from the elemental plane of fire. You're pulling it out of the weave. You're manufacturing this concussive blast. But there's something very chemical about the smell, that like the little bit of smoke that's coming off. The scorch marks don't seem to be magical. They seem to be mundane, manufactured even. And even as you're kind of looking at the where the ghost appeared, there's something very like there's still a little bit of that smoke coming out of the ground, and as kind of you kick the dirt with your foot a little bit more of it seeps out, and it again has a very like chemical smell to it.
Interesting. Gang, we might not be dealing with magic here.
What? Why would you say that?
I would wave Dafni over and sort of point out the scorch marks and be like, this smells like trickery rather than magic. Almost like stuff some rogues do.
I've heard of some people who can make like potions that explode and stuff like that. So like maybe it's like more like mechanical.
Yeah.
I don't know why Dafni is a Valley girl in my mind, but she is.
No, that tracks.
Yeah.
It does.
She feels like she would be. So maybe like somebody was doing a big illusion as like a big distraction so that we wouldn't notice that really that was just a trap.
Yeah.
So
do we think we shouldn't go in town hall?
What, Fred?
Could I get clarification on what I saw with Divine Sense? Did I know that it was Celestial Fiend or Undead? It was Undead that I felt.
You picked
With the
up
thing
a really
coming out of the
heavy
ground?
scent of undead because it kind of like strikes your senses. But what I'll say with that is that's kind of what you were picking up from that smoke that was coming out of the ground. Like
Okay.
it hit your senses again, like just that really heavy, earthy, necrotic sort of smell. And it definitely to you definitely appeared like something undead was nearby for sure.
Okay. It was a little scary, and like I did sense some undeadness with it coming from the ground. Yeah.
Maybe it's both. Maybe
Lots of
whoever
different kinds
this
of magic.
Yeah. Maybe whoever this Sarah Bright Moon is like didn't quite make it like to being a lich or something like they said, but she's just really not that powerful at all. But there are people who think that she is, and so they help her seem more powerful. Or something. I still think we should go in town hall, but this is all good to keep in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I
How would you all
sneak
like to proceed?
around the town hall from the south side?
Okay.
I think it's convenient that the town hall is right next to the graveyard, so I kind of want to check that out, sniff around, if you will.
Indeed. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get my page for the graveyard. While I am doing that, if you would like to give me a roll, perception check for
Okay,
what you're looking at here.
Ooh, that's nice. 23.
Okay.
Plus 11.
23. As you sneak around the back, you can see that there is only one main entrance to Town Hall. It is those two doors. Unless you wanted to break a window, there are definitely windows towards the back as well. Again, looking at the back of Town Hall, you can see that there is kind of like a pulpit area towards the front where probably the mayor stands. There's a table that has been pushed off to the side with a bunch of chairs as well. That indicates the council might sit in like half circle on either side of that pulpit. You can see again the paintings that line the wall. However, looking towards the graveyard, you pick up on that like very earthy smell, but also the smell of like freshly turned earth, which might be a little surprising considering supposedly nobody has died here today, but this is definitely like freshly dug up ground. So looking over, you can see that the graveyard has been decorated for the harvest festival. There are lights, there are kind of lanterns out. It's created this like friendly, ghastly atmosphere, as you know, they're kind of trying to play off of the Sarah Bright Moon. Like that's part of the tourism here. The funeral parlor in the very front that you can kind of see has been modified into a quote haunted house attraction for children, which you can see has like a little bit of like light and sound. You can see there's some people gathering there. Not a lot of people actually out in the graveyard proper, however. Let's see. Yeah, that is all you can see from where you are, unless you would like to go investigate the graveyard further.
Well, I think we're more interested in the town hall, so I will peep through the window and see if I can find any trap doors.
Okay. Knowing where to look, it is dark. But we'll continue on. Yours was like what, a 24 or something like that?
Yeah.
Your perception check? Yeah.
23.
23. Still pretty good that like you know where to look. You can see that there is a rug that is like kind of weirdly placed. It has a big crescent moon on it, which kind of would fit the same shape as the table that the counselors would sit in. And it's very circular. And it sits right over where like a person would stand on the pulpit. If you were going to have a trapdoor anywhere, it's probably where you would put one.
I'll return back to the party and let them know what I've seen.
Okay.
Well, seems like that's a good place as any to look for the tunnels.
Uh-huh.
Are any of the windows in the town hall like the kind that can be opened?
Not from the outside. They all seem to be locked. They have the little slidey thing right at the middle part.
Gotcha. I'm gonna toss my hair behind my shoulders and be like, well, guess it's time to go in, look around, see if anybody's watching us.
Yeah,
Nobody
Scooby rolls up fake sleeves.
And I'm gonna reach up and I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is cast knock, which I'm pretty sure I didn't actually look it up, but I'm pretty sure it literally just unlocks doors, right?
It does.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And turn the knob to walk in.
And the knob turns, the lock thoroughly unlocked, and you walk into the darkened town hall. So again, tables pressed against the wall, chairs kind of stacked up as well. The pulpit on a slightly raised dais. You kind of see a little bit better now the paintings that all kind of line the wall, which definitely do have like town council such and such listed on them. If you would like to give me investigation checks.
I would like to
Actually, I will
give
say this: investigation, arcana, or religion.
I rolled a nat 20. Can I get all of them?
Fantastic. No. Thank you for asking.
I'll do an arcana.
Okay. Fred just like full of like just this lucid himbo moment is walks in, and like it's pattern recognition, which is very important for recognizing traps. Like traps always have like very similar triggers. And Fred, you notice that every one of the paintings has a downward pointed crescent moon image Every single one of them. Like right above the name, it's the symbol of a crescent moon facing downwards, and it's just like they all almost are illuminated, like in Skyrim. All of these like little marker points, all just line up for you, and you realize that every single one of them share that.
Got a 12 Arcana.
Okay. I will tell you, with that, you would know that there's no known religious association to that symbol. Not even like if you're praying to the moon goddesses.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a symbol that they would use, especially not the down pointed one. And in fact, if you were to look at any faith that would use the moon symbol at all, the downward pointed is almost like an inverted crucifix. It's repulsive. It's offensive. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Profane.
I got 15 on investigation.
Okay, I will say that you definitely notice the moon as well, but nothing additional to that.
Nothing.
Should I also roll investigation?
You might get this last one. There's one last thing.
I was giving everybody else a chance. Let's go. That's 19, actually, not quite a 20.
Okay. I will give you this because I think it's fun. So Velma, doing your snooping around, going up to the pulpit, maybe like kicking out a little step just in case the mayor of her does happen to be a halfling. You notice that there is a town charter book that is closed, but it does have a couple of bookmarks in it. And an opening to the first one, you can see that there has been a small, like, crescent moon, same shape, the downward pointed crescent moon, which has been done in ink right next to a passage in the town's charter. And it reads, "The acts of kidnapping and sacrifice are strictly illegal, except in cases where it suits the town."
Interesting. What a weird thing to put in your town charter, I say out loud.
What's that?
Apparently, kidnapping is legal in this town if the town feels like it should be.
Ooh.
Really just feeling more and more like a cult by the second. Like, did you notice all these, like, inverted crescent moons? It's, like, super profane.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that this is a cult.
Especially if kidnapping could, quote, suit the town, unquote.
Yeah.
Very culty. Welp, I'm assuming Scooby pointed out the, like, rug and stuff to us when you said you filled us in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna peel back the rug and see if we find a trapdoor.
You absolutely do. It is not locked. Go ahead, please.
Oh, I was going to smell for that scent that I picked up from the mayor.
Yeah.
The really witchy smell that I got from
The witchy smell was the women that he was with. It was the Hexblade girls. I was kind of trying to indicate that
they were just with him, and yeah,
Yes.
got it.
Indicate
so
that
you
they
get-
are Hot Topic coded.
Yes.
I would
Tori.
like to. I would like to see if that scent came from this area, or if it was just
you can detect that they were in the room, but as you're
not
like, yeah, you can see that they were probably just being like given a tour.
Mm.
And maybe just like maybe even paid, that the mayor would have paid them here. You can see that there is like an open lockbox that's on one of the tables that doesn't have anything in it right now. They're probably just being like shown around, paid for their time, but otherwise like their scent isn't near the
trapdoor.
The trapdoor, thank you. Or it's quickly dissipating out of the
Right.
room.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
Is there a trapdoor under the carpet?
There is, absolutely. It is not locked. Would you all like to open it?
Yes.
Feels like this is the sort of thing that would be like trapped, right? Like I feel like that.
A trapdoor?
A trapped
Silly.
trapdoor. Like it's in the name.
Could I check it
Dafni-
for traps?
Yes.
Really?
Yes,
The
actually,
trap truck?
if you would like to give me an investigation check, you can determine whether this is trapped or not.
I will check for traps.
I got. That's an investigation.
Oh my god, I rolled a nat 1. Okay, dice jail.
Oh.
I rolled a
I don't
10.
Hey.
Do I get any bonuses from that?
I don't know, do you?
No.
Okay. What it will give Fred for his valiant 10. So it is. You're pretty sure it's not trapped. You're a paladin of traps. But it is unlocked, and this is the obvious thing, because there is a key still in it.
Oh.
I'll open it.
Okay. The key absolutely does carry the crescent moon symbol on it. And as you take the key, open the trap door, you look down at a set, like a ladder, a rung ladder that leads downwards into a dark pit. You can't really see the bottom from where you are. And I think that is where we will take our first break. So, stick around, folks. We're going to be back. We're going to take our breaks for this game. So stick around. We'll be back in about 5-ish, maybe 10-ish minutes. And go ahead and do the things. Take your time. And we'll be back shortly. Please, in that time, if you want to donate to National Alliance for Mental Illness, please consider doing so. It's a fantastic organization that advocates for those who live with mental illness, provides services to those individuals and their communities, and works all around the United States to also just boost knowledge about mental illness. Much as we were saying in the month of October is about scary things and monsters, but mental illness does not have to be scary, and living with one does not make you a monster. So it carries over in this almost New Year time as well. So thank you so much for the donation so far. We'll be back shortly. Jinkies! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Night of Fright 2, The Lich's Ghost, Part 2, continuation from an October charity game in support of NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Illness. We hit our goal, one of our goals. We're always going to up that goal, because, that's what's more money to a charity that does great things. But because we did hit that goal, we have a giveaway that you can enter in chat currently. All you have to do is put, hashtag Zoinks? Is that correct?
Amazing.
Yes, perfect. Okay. So, hashtag Zoinks. Anybody can enter. Anybody can win. This is for a $20 gift card to Friday Tea. Friday Tea is a Pacific Northwest tea shop. However, they do have an online shop you can use the gift card at as well. Friday is a fantastic human being who has, I want to say, the gift of synesthesia, in the sense that if you ever find yourself at Friday's tea shop and Friday has the time, get a tea blend that tastes like your name. That's something Friday can do. As sounds typically generate as taste for her. So that, I think that's kind of a cool thing. But aside from that, if you were shopping online for yourself or others, you can find any number of fandom-based blends, or just, standard stuff. If you're a green tea person or an Earl Grey kind of person, you're guaranteed to find something that you're going to love, because the selections are near endless. So definitely check out Friday Tea regardless, but you can also enter to win a $20 gift card as a gift for yourself or others. And thank you for donating. You can still impact this game through donations to the Tiltify at any time. Let's jump back into stuff. So, our Mystery LLC has found their way to Town Hall and has found the entrance to a secret tunnel system that seems to lie beneath the town of Haven. Looking down into this darkened abyss with this rung ladder to climb down. Who's climbing down first? I have to ask. Fred. Okay, that hand went up
Me.
quick. Yeah. All right.
Not the
I take.
halfling rogue.
I take.
Okay. It is dark down here. So, Sir Frederick, is there any source of light that you are taking with you? I believe as a half-orc, you do have dark vision, but it is officially dark down here. So even with your dark vision, it's only dimly lit, which is still pretty hard to see. So if you would like to say you have a torch or a lantern, we can absolutely say you do. If you have a cantrip like light, you can absolutely use that. Or you don't have to use anything. I'm just curious if there's something you would like to use.
I'll have a lantern attached to like my hip.
Okay, I love that. So all of you will watch as Sir Frederick descends downwards into this darkness, the lantern at his hip clanking softly against his metal armor. And as you descend, you go down about 20 feet below the ground, below where you were. And the light kind of illuminates outwards, where you can see that there's this kind of small opening, maybe about 15 feet by 15 feet. And ahead of you, you can see that there are several tunnels leading outwards, out from the spot where you are at. Is anybody else who would like to go down next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'll go
Alright.
after that.
Okay.
And Scoob will bring up the rear.
Okay.
Which feels very
Phrasing.
classic.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I will get a wisdom saving throw from all of you, as it is a little scary down here.
I do have dark vision. Oh dear, I dropped a die. Oh well, different die. I do have dark vision with my glasses.
Yes, I believe everybody in this group does have dark vision.
Cool. I will also say I have Aura of Protection, which I totally forgot that I had last time. Everyone who's making a saving throw within 10 feet of me, gain a bonus to the saving throw equal to my charisma modifier, so add a +2 to your roll.
And this is a wisdom saving throw?
It is. This is just to see if you were affected by the fear condition, the low level fear condition that's kind of unique to this game.
I got a 15.
Okay. Velma, you do not feel any fear, for this is all surely manufactured, and it's just the misdeeds of some, ne'er-do-well.
How many points does your aura give us?
2. I will also
2.
say that I have Aura of Courage. You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you can't be frightened while I'm conscious.
That's good, because I got a nat 1.
This is so perfect.
Okay.
Right on
So,
brand, and I don't want to use a reroll.
I rolled an
because-
8. So
I really
Perfectly
apologize
perfect.
to Janine. There is a special thing in here about fear, because paladins do have the nobody can be scared sort of thing.
Mhm.
It does count for Sir Frederick. Sir Frederick cannot extend that outwards. So, Scooby and Dafni, it is cold down here. You are close enough to the graveyard that there are, as you look around, there's a coffin that has broken open from long ago, probably from some long ago lost grave, and there's a bit of skeleton sticking out. You both are a little scared and will have disadvantage on ability checks until we can kind of get to another area.
Going.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Fantastic. Fred and Velma,
right on
perfectly
brand.
confident in
Yeah.
in where they're going. So, with your lantern, this space is well illuminated with all of your dark vision as well, and you can see again that there are 3 doors, literal wooden doors, that are kind of set into this dug out dirt pathways, these archways. And you can see that they have signs on them, little wooden signs on each of them. One of them is listed as leading towards the graveyard. One of them is listed as leading towards Benny's body blaster. And one of them is listed as leading towards the windmill.
Oh.
windmill seems interesting.
Anybody have any strong opinions either way?
I think of the 3, the windmill seems the most interesting to me. I just want to get out of here.
That makes a lot of sense. Can I roll any kind of investigation check to see if I can, I don't know, suss out which one might be the best way to go?
Best is an interesting word. I think you would find something at each of these places.
Okay.
It's I don't think a roll would necessarily help you determine I will say all of these doors have the same lock that would fit the key that you have. You've been by Benny's Body Blasters. You've not been in it, but you have looked through the windows as it was across the path from Benjamin's house.
Mhm.
You've kind of seen towards the graveyard. You're not exactly sure where this will lead in the graveyard. And you've seen the windmill kind of atop the hill, but you've not really heard much else about that. So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm inclined to go along with what Daphne wants to do. So
Whether
okay.
she actually finds that interesting or she just wants to get out, you'll never know.
Okay. So using the key in the lock of the door that lists itself as leading towards the windmill, you hear the lock disengage and the door opens with a
Wait.
creak.
I have a disadvantage on ability checks, but doesn't
Correct.
impact my skills and stuff, right?
Well, those are your ability checks. It doesn't like give you any
Or
like so
spells is what I meant to say. Spells.
spells. No, it would not affect your spells.
Hold on, I just realized that I might be able to do something because I don't actually know if it would work on a skeleton. I'm so sorry. A skeleton still has a mouth, right?
What a question. Yeah.
So
What that mouth
Velma's
do?
right, what that mouth do though? When Velma is asking about it, you know, Daphne's initial instinct is to be like, that seems the most interesting, let's get out of here. And then I take a deep breath and I'm like, actually, I guess I could ask. And she's gonna like go over to the skeleton and like obviously be like grossed out by it, but like reach over and cast speak with dead, which I can do at
Nice.
will by my whispers
Sure.
of the grave feat.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's look up speak with dead here. All right. So 3rd level necromancy spell. Okay. You are going to grant the semblance of life to this corpse, allowing it to answer questions you pose. The corpse must have a mouth, and if this spell fails, the deceased creature wasn't dead when it dies. Okay, it wasn't. The spell also fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within past days. Nope. Okay, you get to ask 5 questions. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. And the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you have been antagonistic or it recognizes you as an enemy. The spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only it animates its spirit. Thus, it cannot learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that's happened since it's died, and can't speculate about future events. So, Daphne, you channel your warlock magic into this thing, and the bones kind of clack against one another. The jaw like realigns to this skull, and there's this light that kind of emanates out of its eye sockets as it seems to, as Baldur's Gate 3 would tell us, regard you lifelessly. Um, what questions do you have for this skeleton?
Hey, were you alive when these tunnels were built? The ones that we're standing in right now?
No.
Hmm. What do you know about Sarah Brightmoon?
Witch, murderer, killed my family, killed me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know if she has any weaknesses?
Fire, pitchforks, outnumbering.
That's a fair answer. Do you know where she lives? Or is undead, as the case may be?
Still alive when she killed me.
Hmm. Where does she live?
Bright Moon Estate, east of town.
Okay, thanks. That's a 5.
And it, yeah.
Mhm.
Clacks back to lifelessness.
It was worth a shot. I still think the windmill.
Jean, I see you piecing something together.
I know.
You good?
No, I was looking at the map and I'm like, where's the windmill? I was looking at where the windmill was and I was like, which way is the estate? And that's opposite direction of the windmill?
So Benjamin's house is the Bright Moon estate, which is right here.
Oh yeah, go towards the
And
windmill.
then yeah.
Mm.
And you have the
So
windmill up
close to
there,
the
and then you
window,
have
yeah.
Benny's body blaster, which also leads towards, and then somewhere in the graveyard area over here, and then of course you have the town hall, which you all are already at.
Towards the windmill.
Okay. So then yes, you unlock the door. It opens with a creak, and you find yourselves in a darkened hallway. Again, completely black. There are no lanterns hanging on the side as far as you can see with the hip lantern that Sir Frederick has. You all have dim light vision even in the darkness, and with what light the lantern casts out, you can see somewhat with that as well. This tunnel is only about wide enough for you all to maybe walk 2 by 2, but it seems like it narrows in certain points. So I will need to ask your walking order.
I will be front. If
be
anyone wants to join me.
I'll be beside Fred, and then slightly behind when that's not possible.
And then I'll be behind the both of them because I am the squishy little rogue.
And I'm just scared and
Uh,
want something big to stand behind, you know. So.
Yeah, I'll be standing behind Velma, like crouched down.
Okay. In that case, then, you begin to move forward into the tunnel. Let's see. I'm gonna actually have a song called "Deep Tunnels." I think this will be perfect for what you're doing.
Ooh.
Oh.
The tunnel actually begins to descend slightly as you move into it, almost as if you're walking downhill at first. It is cold down here and like damp and compressed, and everything is like the air is thick with this smell of like soil and decomposition. And as you make your way downwards and it eventually plateaus a little bit, is there anything that you all are like keeping an eye out for? I guess we have Fred and Dafni at the front, so I will actually get perception checks from the two of you, and Dafni, yours will be at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. My perception is not super great, so it's not really.
It's a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a big 8. I think I'm too scared to really pay that much attention.
Okay. So looking ahead, as far as the lantern light will kind of cast out for you, both of you, kind of like holding it side by side as possible. There's a point where like you almost think you can see like the tunnel shaping out further in the distance. Maybe it's like it raises up, maybe like an end point, a piece of light, maybe, as you both take a step forward and find no ground beneath your feet. I will need a dexterity saving throw from the two of you, please. And Scooby and Velma, since they didn't see it, I will need a dexterity saving throw from the two of you as well.
Yay.
Does the aura apply to stuff like this still with the paladin?
The aura of protection.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nat
plus 2?
20!
+2.
Nice.
Okay.
+2 to everybody. I got a dexterity. I got a 21.
Okay.
19 with the
Okay.
paladin aura. Thank you.
Yeah, the paladin aura really helped out. 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Velma, I'm going to need yours at disadvantage then.
For what? Why?
I'm sorry, not Velma, Dafni. I'm going to need
Oh, right, because that counts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you
Same.
actually got it, but Scooby didn't succeed, and Scooby is behind you. And so Scooby is
Oh.
going to fall into you, thereby imposing disadvantage on you.
Gotcha.
No.
So that's 1 point less at an 18.
Okay. Fred, you were able to stop in time, lean back, the sheer weight of your armor kind of anchoring you. Velma, you're able to stop short as this towering half-orc almost comes back on you. However, Scooby, maybe looking behind you, you slam into Dafni in front of you. Both you and Dafni go tumbling down into a 10-foot spike pit.
Jeez, I say as a free action.
As a free-
I say as a free action.
So you all are going to take 14 points of piercing damage.
Yikes!
I wonder if I have anything for this.
I know. I was like, oh. Definitely not as a reaction. All right, 14.
Okay, yeah, actually, I'm gonna let it ride because I could do something, but 14 points isn't that bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ouch, Scoob.
You say while impaled on spikes.
Yeah.
It's weirdly whimsical for Scooby to be like, whoops! One of those Indiana Rones raps.
Oh, nuts.
Which sounds like something that they would say too.
Yeah. And I will note that you all find yourselves not the only ones down here, but maybe the only ones for a while, as you can see some bits of skeleton down here as well.
They have a mouth.
No, not this time.
It's a no jaw.
God, I hate that question so much. Listen, I get it. There's a lot of dead people. They got a mouth, though?
Amazing.
There is a bit of dirt if you would like to climb back out. This is a athletics check, please.
Oh God. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna...
I have question.
Yes, please.
If I throw my net at them to try and catch them and bring them up, can I do that?
I will say if you would like to lower your net to help them and give them advantage, we can do that.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Okay, good.
Throwing
'Cause
your
I-
net on impaled people is just
Yeah.
that's salt in the wound.
That just even things out for me, right? Because I would have disadvantage. so
Right,
now
same.
Okay.
Yes.
19.
Okay. Scoob, you are able to...
13.
Okay, Scoob, you are able to pull yourself back up. Dafni, you unfortunately fall and take another 10 points.
See, I was really trying to live this
Ow.
whole fear thing up, because it's right on brand. But I can help fix it if you need assistance. I have a courage crunch, which I can do 3 times a day. So I will spend 2 slots of those to give you a courage crunch. And it's like a little snack, not a Skahooby type snack, but
No.
a
We're never
courage
gonna say
crunch.
that.
And then it would get rid of any of your charmed, frightened, or poisoned effects.
So, Dafni,
So-
you've been impaled twice, you have a net thrown on you, and now you're eating dog food. Go ahead and give me a roll with advantage.
This is great.
Zoinks, it's not my day. Athletics is not great either. Only have a +1 to that. That's another 13.
Can
Okay,
you just tie yourself?
Is that an advantage, though?
You
Yeah,
up?
the help action or something.
Is the
I
13
could just-
with advantage?
Yeah, that's with advantage. I rolled a
Okay.
9 and a 12.
You have literally everyone helping you now. Roll one more time.
Okay.
Except me. I haven't thought of anything to do yet.
That's an 11 points for a total of 12.
You're
I
pulled
can
up.
just hold
I swear,
on
I'm
while
not.
they pull me out.
This is fun for no one.
The
I like
real
to think
BBEG.
That the only reason I haven't gotten impaled 2 more times is because I'm actually caught up in the net now, and now I'm just stuck in the net.
Yeah, we
Uncomfortable.
Dangling.
haul the
Rolling around on
net
spikes.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. You all are able to manage to get Dafni back up. And note now, looking at this 10 by 10 by 10 pit, that there is a small like sliver of walkway to get around this, which is likely how you can avoid it. So managing that, no roll. I presume you all press forward.
Yes.
Okay. Path continues in darkness up into a point where you notice a steep incline, actually like almost steps carved into the hard packed dirt as you begin to ascend, keeping the same walking order. Cool. All right then. Fred and Dafni, go ahead and give me another perception check, please.
Okay.
$19.
Great.
Nice.
I know.
That's a 10.
Okay. Fred walking forward with Dafni, you would note that like you're a little bit taller than Dafni is, and you would be able to see that there is another wooden door straight ahead, right as you're like cresting up to the top step. But you also notice, like as you're walking up, that top step is really suspicious. That top step looks like it's gonna move if you step on it, and quickly your paladin trap brain associates holes on the wall. This is a trap. This is a poison dart trap.
Fred looks very excited.
Good.
Wait, don't step on this one. As much as I want to see the mechanics of it, do not step on this step.
Maybe we can hit it with a stick later.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
DM question.
Mhm.
That spike trip counted, or spike pit counted as a trap, right?
It did.
So I would gain a distress point from triggering it.
Nice.
Yes, I
Nice.
believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You activate a trap or are restrained or grappled. Okay, perfect.
Okay. How would you like to avoid this trap, or disarm it? You could disarm it as well.
Oh, I don't think I am good at disarming.
It's a sleight of hand.
That's what Velma's for.
Yeah, I can also disarm things.
That would be so cool if you could. That's wild that Fred does not have a way of disarming something.
No, that's in character. Tell me, yeah, if you
He's
just
like, I
point
know
out
it's
where it
here,
is,
you
Velma
fix it.
will
Yeah.
roll.
Can I
for
give
it.
Velma advantage of where it's
I'm all
at?
about traps,
Yes,
but
I
I can't
love Fred
break
turning
them.
around,
Yeah.
picking up Velma, and then just like holding her towards the trap.
Yes,
It's like when you show a dog the thing it's done.
Fix this.
Yeah. I'm gonna get off the stairs because
So
I've taken
that's
enough damage at this
a
point.
26.
Okay, that is. It was a DC 20 dexterity
Oh,
sleight of
wow.
hand check, so
Yeah.
that you are successful, and you watch as Velma is able to lock the step in place, keeping it from like having that pressure trap where you would then trigger
Heck
the
yeah.
poison darts. So you can, as far as you are aware, you can pass through unharmed at this point.
As far as you're aware, I hate that.
As far as you're aware, yeah. I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm just here. I didn't even write this. Some other jerks wrote this. I don't know who wrote this. Should probably give credit.
I'm gonna stay at the bottom of the stairs, away from all of the places where the poison darts come out, until somebody has stepped on that top step and makes sure that it's fine.
Fair enough.
I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Writing and design by Stephen Pankatai. I mean, at Stephen Pankatai on Twitter. Pankotai. Check him out. I guess. I don't know.
Thank you.
What a jerk.
I'll step on the tile to test it.
It holds all of your big boy weight.
Woo!
Nice.
No poison darts.
Heck yeah.
Much to maybe a little bit of your chagrin. I don't know. Maybe it bums you out. Maybe you just want to see how
A
they work.
little bit. There's a part of there's like an inkling in him to just like want to poke a little finger into the hole to try and grab the dart. But keeps the intrusive thought in, but sadly looking at the hole where it should be coming out.
Velma looks at you and goes, "Don't."
And I love the idea that Fred is actually like obsessed with traps and like how they work. Less like watching out for them, less like scared of them,
Right.
and more like, I love traps.
Yeah, Fred's in bed all night watching YouTube shorts on traps. It's
How it's made.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know those
Not how
YouTube
to
videos?
disarm them. Right.
You know the YouTube videos of the puzzle boxes? Well,
Yeah.
people will get these expensive, intricate puzzle boxes. Fred just like up late at night, eating Cheetos, watching them figure the puzzles out, and
Fred's
things
rubbing
pop
it
Meanwhile,
back.
he's watching
Yeah.
the
Feet just
lockpicking
flailing
lawyer.
back and forth watching.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Passing by the poison dart trap without triggering it, you will find yourselves in front of another door. This one unmarked, but seemingly leading you towards a similar place with the windmill. We're going through?
Maybe
I
we
say
should
we
check
go
the
through.
door.
I'm gonna check the door for traps.
Give me an investigation check, please.
No.
Okay.
That's not one.
Fred, so confident are you that it is not trapped, that you press hard on the handle, finding it to be locked.
You
But
need help
nothing
with
happens
that?
when you press on the handle.
Yes, please.
Excellent. I will unlock this. Another sleight of hand check.
You do have the key, I will note. It's
Oh, right, never mind.
Daphne's standing in the background with the
I'm
key.
just so
like,
eager to unlock things.
No,
It's the best
no
part
one
of
stop
being a
Velma.
rogue.
It's what she's good at.
It's
I'm
the
just so
same
into
key.
I'm just so into it.
Nice.
No, you can unlock it with the door.
I love the
Uh,
idea of the two of them having this conversation and Daphne just walking up and like,
Hmm.
The door is unlocked. Nothing else happens. The door creaks open. And again, you find yourself in a similar room to that which you started beneath the town hall. 15 by 15, with a ladder that leads up about 20 feet. You can see another hatch that is closed, similar to the one that you came down through. Who is going up the ladder first?
It's me.
It's in the tank first. Okay. All right. Fred, you ascend the ladder and find that the hatch is not locked. Are you being stealthy?
I can certainly try.
If you would all like to roll a stealth check,
Plate
please do
mail.
so.
A thing I am good at.
Oh,
Ish.
yeah. Ooh. 13.
Oh, nice.
Is that a disadvantage, Janine?
Does breastplate armor give me
Oh,
disadvantage?
no, it should not. You have a breastplate. Okay, I assumed you were in full plate, so
Me
I
too,
got a
and
nat
then I still
20.
breastplate. Nat
Nice.
20.
Oh, wow.
Plus 8,
yeah.
so that's technically 28. I'm
oh
invisible.
my god. 14.
19.
So let's divide that by 4. You get a 74 total, 18 and a half average. Pretty good. So, Fred, pretty quietly, you open this hatch. It creaks just a little bit, and you're able to kind of like stop as it does and push past that. You look around to a dark interior, presumably of the windmill. You can see some hay, the mill itself with the cogs on it, not currently in motion, seemingly locked. That's funny, it lists a joke. A neck-bolted monster hiding from judgmental townsfolk. That last one's a joke. There's no monster. I mean, you could put a monster in, whatever, but I'm not gonna like stat it out for you. Okay. So what you notice immediately as you kind of like climb out, there's nobody around, and the light of your lantern kind of illuminates this aura around you, this glowing circle around you. And as you're kind of looking around, you notice all that mundanity, but then you notice that the floor is discolored. As the light is kind of cast out, you notice that it is stained this very dark red color in uneven sort of splotches, and it doesn't take you long to realize that this floor is thoroughly stained with blood. Not fresh, but over the course of probably decades, maybe even longer, there's been a lot of bloodshed here. And the other thing you notice is that there is a large stone altar towards where the actual windmill would be, the actual spinning fan of the mill. And on that stone altar is a downward-facing crescent moon. And upon that altar, on a raised dais of it, is a mummified corpse.
Ooh.
Ooh. I want to investigate the mummified corpse, but stealthily so I don't set off corpse traps.
Okay. If you would like to, so we already have your stealth. If you would like to investigate, you can roll investigation, you can roll perception, you can roll arcana.
I'm
You
the
can roll
best at
medicine if you want to
investigation.
see if you want to see stuff about
I have a
this.
plus 12 to investigation. I'm rolling investigation.
Absolutely.
That's a 22.
Okay.
Ooh.
Velma, as you proceed very cautiously towards this dais, again you see that that crescent moon symbol on it. This corpse is old, again very mummified, not intentionally in the way of like when we think of like ancient Egyptians actually mummifying something. This is mummified in the sense that it's like dried out and preserved.
Desiccated.
Desiccated. Thank you. That's a great word for it. This has been, it's not like it's like flopped either. This is on there is love that has been put into the display of this corpse. And
Great.
you notice that there are tapestries all about, with the moon sigil prominent. There are unlit lanterns all about the room. And you can see that there is a, like, how do I put this? There is a form as you get to the altar off to your left. It is shifting slightly. You're not exactly sure what it is. It's rather large and seems to be like behind a couple of hay bales. It's under some sort of like heavy cloth, leather perhaps. It's like 15 feet, very lumpy, all kind of moving about.
Moving.
Yes, it is shifting slightly.
May I divine sense, please?
You sure can.
Sick.
Give me 1 second here to divine some things of my own. Okay. Too many papers. I don't need that. Okay. Well, I hope I'm not missing anything. But it's fine if I am. All right. Immediately, you do not sense any sort of. I guess I know two things right off the bat. That lump, not really giving off any sort of aura. The altar is giving off an aura of like extreme desecration. Like you can pick up on things that are hallowed, things that are desecrated. This is not a holy altar by any means. This is not an altar to any god. This is absolutely like a lich undead sort of deal. And you absolutely are picking up on some pretty heavy undead vibes just in this space here. So, let's see. Okay. Yeah, the corpse itself definitely giving off some pretty heavy undead vibes. That's what I'm gonna. There's nothing fiend. There's nothing necessarily celestial in here. And what I'll tell you is just like picking up on that, you're pretty confident that this this desiccated corpse is Sarah Brightman.
Does
Yeah, I
anybody
share
want
that
to go?
information.
Does anyone want to go look at the wriggling pile over in the corner?
When you say it like that,
I'll do it.
I knew you would, Fred.
Yeah.
All right, Fred, what would you like to do to the wriggling pile?
I'm gonna walk up to it and say hello.
Good.
All right. You walk up and you say hello, and a number of sounds will go. Oh, 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 oh,
Are you in need of assistance?
oh.
Can you shake twice for yes, once for no?
Twice. And you, and like the blanket all kind of like shifts twice.
Oh, then I'm gonna go take the blanket off.
Okay. You pull off this heavy leather tarp and see like at least 10 people, maybe 12 people in total. They're all chained together, different varieties of people. There's half orcs, there's a tiefling, there's humans, there's a dwarf, there's halflings. They're all chained up in like a circle with their mouths gagged, and they all like look up at you with just like this kind of like shock and surprise in their eyes.
Hello! We're a mystery
Hey!
LLC! How are you?
branding.
One of them spits out one of the gags. Really bad.
I wonder if it's the same key. I'm gonna come over and try to unlock the chain with the same key.
That unfortunately does not work. It
Darn.
is a different key to this lock.
Velma, can you unlock
Yes?
them? Please?
I thought you'd never ask. I would like you to unlock.
Velma, as you go over to unlock
Oh.
it, the door to the windmill swings open, and standing in the doorway, you see Benjamin Brightmoon,
Oh.
and he goes, "Oh, wait! Good. You found your way here. I tried to help you how I could, of course.
Sure you did.
But I had to be careful that none of the others would find out that."
Can I just unlock these things while he's talking?
Yeah, he's like, well, if you could actually hold
I'm
off
just
on that, because I'm not
unlocking
sure
it.
you know what
No,
you.
I don't care. I'm unlocking
you're
it.
messing with powers
nope,
that.
I have rolled a 29. I rolled a
Okay.
29.
The lock clicks open and the chains are kind of released, and he goes, "Well, look, now you've done it. There's a darkness in Haven, and you've unlocked it." And
I've unlocked innocent civilians. Yes, please tell me more about why unlocking innocent civilians is a bad idea. I'd love to know.
He gestures over to the corpse of Sarah Brightmoon as a thin green wisp of smoke emanates from her dead lips. He goes, "There's no time. She's coming now. She's coming after them. They were here so that she." You
Could
just
eat
you
them?
didn't.
Did I think he cast a spell with his gesture? Like, I don't know, like minor illusion or prestidigitation or
Smart.
thaumaturgy.
The warlock's
You
using
can
magic
absolutely
smarts.
do an Arcana check. Absolutely. He definitely says, "I know a ritual to stop it. You need to buy me time." And you watch as the chained prisoners begin to the unchained prisoners now begin to kind of shrink away back towards the corner. They're trying to scatter. They don't really know where to go because he's blocking the doorway.
Right.
The tunnel downwards is completely dark for them. Yeah, go ahead and give me that Arcana check.
I'm going to call upon my damsel's luck
Okay.
and add a d10. I just have to pull out a d10 really quick.
Velma is
hell
looking
yeah.
at him with her arms folded, shaking
16.
her head.
16 Arcana check.
With a 16, it definitely seems like that was an arcane twist of the wrist. There's something that he just did there. However, as Sarah Brightmoon herself begins to crack, the bandages that wrap her begin to stretch and snap, and as she rips away, revealing a skeletal face, you see her kind of stand in this crooked formation as she snacks her head towards you and says, "You dare interrupt my yearly harvest? The last adventurers I faced could not end me. What makes you think you can?" And we are going to roll for initiative, and we are going to go to our break.
Yay!
So we're going to go to our second break here real quick. When we come back, we will have even more of Night of Fright Part 2, The Lich's Ghost, as Sarah Brightmoon begins to ascend into, to hover, this ghostly zombie-esque figure. The bandage is kind of drifting off of her. Yeah, stick around. Thank you so much for the donations that you've put towards National Alliance for Mental Illness so far. Again, we do have a giveaway for the $20 gift card for Friday Tea. You can enter that at any time in chat with hashtag Zoinks, ZOINKS. We'll be back in about 5 to 10. Do the things. Jinkies, welcome back. I forgot Scooby Snacks. There's what I haven't done. Yeah, this is Night of Fright Part 2. Lich's Ghost, and we're right up at the combat. So you all have done your investigating. You have seemingly found Lich's Ghost, as well as a very suspicious, perhaps now former ally. Although he still seems to be wanting to help as far as things go. Nevertheless, Sarah Brightmoon, her mummified corpse, taking on a sort of ethereal nature as the form of her ghost wraps itself around the corpse and takes to the air, hovering above you all in this, I'm going to say this is a 30 by 30 space that you all are in. So 30 by 30 square, and with the altar, we can say at the north, the trap door will be kind of towards the center. You have the 12 kidnapped people in the top left corner. And you all can kind of space yourselves out as need be. We have rolled for initiative. I'm going to change the music here, and then we're going to jump into things. Let's see. Now let's do the scary one. Okay, so let's see. We have Sir Frederick up first with a natural 20. Very nice. Followed by... Mikyl, you put a 19 and then a 10. Which one?
10 was the initiative. 19 was the one before.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay. So then, yes, we have Sir Frederick up first. I'm seeing Dafni. Velma, what did you get for initiative?
Mine was a 7.
7. Okay. Cool. So it'll be Frederick, Scooby, Dafni, Velma. And then Sarah got a 12, and Benjamin goes on the 20 order as well, so he will go directly after Sir Frederick. So, Fred, you are up first. Sarah is hovering in the air. What would you like to do?
I will bonus action cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
So the next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack, before the spell ends, a withering mass of thorny vines appears on the person. If we hit, I'm gonna go for Sarah. I have 2 attacks as Paladin, which is very exciting. So I'll take my first attack. That is a 15.
15 does hit. Absolutely.
Yay! I'll do the second one just in case he's. That's not gonna hit. That's a 9.
A 9 does not hit.
Great. So the first attack. She will need to do. The target must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends.
Okay.
Is she considered a large or larger creature?
She is medium.
Okay, great. We don't have to pay attention to that part.
So a strength save, she has +0 to strength, and that is only a 6.
Aha! And a plus d6. So she takes 6, 9, 12 points of damage, and she is restrained, and she can make checks after.
Okay. Very nice move. All right. Next up, Benjamin jumps in. I swear I'm actually trying to help you all. We can end it with a ritual. Just keep her distracted, all right? And he's going to take out a piece of chalk and begin drawing a chalk circle at Sarah's feet. So he is going to take 3 turns to complete this. But he has started this on his turn. That is what he is going to focus on. And then next up, we have Sarah herself. As these vines have kind of wrapped around her, holding her in place in the air. Though restrained, I believe she can still cast this spell.
And she gets another d6 of damage at the start of her turn.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me, please.
4.
4. Okay. All right. And then okay. So, let's see.
I see you're casting a spell.
Yes, she is going to start to summon a circle of death.
Counterspell.
Okay, this is a 6th level spell, so I believe with counterspell you do need to roll for that.
I do, because even though I'm a warlock, it is only being cast at a 5th level. Warlock spellcasting modifier is charisma, right?
It is.
Mhm.
So I need to beat a 16.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. 18.
Okay. So Dafni, you recognize this spell. This spell is pretty intense. It does 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. You watch her summoning this sphere of death. This like green glow, 60 feet all around. It would get the kidnapped people, it would get Benjamin, it would get everybody. And with a snap of your fingers, the spell, like the energy is just dispersed. And
Jinkies, that's not nice.
Yeah, her skeletal like face with the ghostly visage of what she used to look like snaps towards you, and like the ghostly eyes just narrow at you. Fantastic. Yeah. Let's see. That is an action, and that's it for her turn. Very nice. Next up, we have Scooby.
All right, so I am going to use my bonus action to give Bardic Inspiration to Sir Frederick. He's going to be our damage dealer. So I'm also going to, with my action, enhance ability. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do... Everything's just so concentration based. Why would I? I'm going to do a 3rd level heroism on Sir Frederick.
Ooh.
Okay.
You get 2 temporary hit points at the beginning of each of your turns. At the start of your turn. And you're immune to frightening, so they can't frighten you. And then I'm going to move back a little bit because I'm concentrating now.
Okay.
I'll probably stand between the combatants and the innocent folk huddled in the corner.
Okay. Fred, I should have asked you this. At the end of Sarah's turn, she does get to try to break out of the vines. Is that correct?
I'm reading this right now. I'm checking for
Okay.
you. Target takes blah, blah, blah. Creature restrained by the vines. Advantage. While restrained by the spell, the target takes a creature restrained by the vines, or one that can touch the creature can use its action to make a strength check.
Oh, so it has to be an action. Okay. Well, then she is still restrained. Thank you so much. Cool. Okay. Dafni, it is your turn.
I'm going to say to Benjamin Brightmoon, I saw that arcane trick. Let's find out who you really are. And I'm going to move over to him and I'm going to try to pull a mask off of his head.
Okay. Sure.
I love this game.
Yes.
Give me an unarmed attack.
Absolutely. I'm actually, hilariously, despite being a warlock, they gave me 0 intelligence and 0 wisdom, but I have a +1 to strength. So
I get it.
I would like to use my advantage or reroll on
Sure.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way great. It went from a natural 1 to a 15 + 1 is a 16. And you're
Hell
proficient in your unarmed attacks, aren't you,
You are,
actually? So
you
it's an
are.
18.
Okay. Definitely, you get a won't you roll damage for this? Because you get a handful of his hair, his receding hairline, and just pull, ripping off some of his real life human hair. Like you tug at his cheeks. This man is not wearing a mask. This is a human man.
What do I roll for damage?
I believe it's a D4 plus your
Oh.
strength.
My god, that's so funny. Amazing.
Maybe a little bit of psychic damage. Ah, my hair.
I got 2 points of damage to him
Okay.
by pulling his hair.
You rip this man's he got the implants because he's trying to get his hairline back, and you rip all of those out, and he just goes, "Ow! Hi!
You
I'm
know how
Benjamin
much this
Brightmoon. I
costs.
wasn't lying."
Oh.
What did I say? What was that trick?
I don't know. It was I think it was something for men's. They were trying to give me back my youthful hairline. Is that what you're calling it?
I'll resume on my next turn because I'm sure
I
that's
will
all I
give
had
you
time
advantage on intimidation should you want to question him next time, but he's in a little he's
Okay.
in scalp pain right now. Okay, next up we have Velma.
Yay! Okay, so where am I in relation to Lich Lady?
So she's hovering, say maybe like 15 feet from the wall, so almost like the center of the room, really. So if you want to consider her like towards the center, you can place yourself clockwise any way you would like to be around her.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to get sneak attack on her.
It's me.
Wait,
I'm
do
within
I-
range.
Oh, wait, are you
Yeah.
within?
Oh yeah.
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 I'm right there.
Fantastic.
Don't worry.
All right. We are going to hand crossbow her. We are going to roll to hit. Ooh, that's an 11 to hit.
At 11, just misses.
I have a question.
Yes.
She is ensnared. Does that mean
At advantage.
Let me double
that-
check.
is that advantage or
because
disadvantage? Because
Oh,
I'm trying to remember
man.
which is which.
Restrained is always one of those weird ones that I forget about. So give me.
Because there's
one
like
moment.
if they're down. yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. Let's see.
I don't think it would end up being disadvantage even if she were restrained because that only happens for ranged weapons if someone's prone. And
That's
she's
what I was
still in the
thinking.
air.
Friend
Hmm.
creature's speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against creature have advantage, and the
Ooh,
creature's
okay.
attack rolls have disadvantage.
So let's
Creature has
roll
disadvantage on
roll
dexterity.
again. See if this hits.
Woo!
Woo.
Ooh, it might. 14.
Hey.
Yes, I think
Fantastic.
the way
And we're-
restrained works is she's like held in place. She can still move her arms and everything, but she
Right.
can't move around.
And how many? Five. Wait a minute. My sneak attack damage is 5d6. That seems excessive.
Yes.
We're
No,
level
that's right.
10.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
right.
Level 10. All right, I'm gonna roll 66s. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 points of damage. Wait. 24, 25, 6, 27 points of damage.
Okay.
Dang.
Is your hand crossbow or your attack magical in any way?
It does not appear to be.
Okay.
It doesn't say
Uh,
anything about it being magical. It just says crossbow, parentheses, hand.
Cool. So as your crossbow bolt flies through her, you angle it just appropriately there. It's got to go like through the base of the mummified skull.
I
It
know where
does
this is
hit
going.
that resistance, but it shoots through, and you notice that like that should have taken her out. It definitely like did less damage than it was going to. And this is my fancy way of saying that she has bludgeoning, piercing, slashing resistance from non-magical attacks.
Fantastic. I would like to, as a bonus action, use my insightful fighting ability to make a wisdom check against a creature I can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by their deception check. And if I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against that target, even if I don't advantage on the roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then Fred can move or whatever.
I'm gonna stay.
I just think it's fun. to
This
make
is
a
what I
wisdom
do.
check.
I so rarely
really?
play these.
All right.
Her deception is a 15.
Okay. Well, that's a nat 1. So,
Okay.
no,
Reroll.
I didn't
You're
learn
a
anything.
halfling. You're a halfling. Reroll.
Oh, shit, right.
Oh,
That's-
That's still bad. That's a 5. So, no.
okay. Anything else for your turn, Velma?
No, I'm just gonna sit there and look perplexed about why my grand plan isn't going according to plan.
Fair enough. Fred, you are up.
Okay, great. I'm gonna attack again with my longsword. So she advantage.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's gonna be dirty 20
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
the first one, and a 15 for the second one.
15 will hit. Absolutely. Both will hit.
Excellent. Doo-doo. And it's going to be 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Is your weapon magical in any way? Okay.
Not anymore, because it was earlier, but now it's not.
Gotcha. All right. So you slash upwards at this floating ghost mummy that's also encased in vines that are kind of like pulling her down, holding her in place. And you again feel that resistance, but definitely not as much damage as your blade should have done to a more corporeal being. Anything else for your turn?
Can I smite?
You can.
Can I add a smite to just that first level? So another extra 2d.
Yeah.
8.
She will snap her fingers and counterspell that.
How dare ye!
Don't
Okay.
like that.
Benjamin is going to complete the second third of his circle, though he is scowling at Dafni, who is still holding a tuft of his grayed hair. But he is going to continue on with his task. Next up then is Sarah, and looking pretty irritated herself at all of you. You see her begin to summon another spell. And let's
She
see.
gets 4 points of damage from the vines.
Thank you.
Which are magic. Those are 4 magic points.
I will need a Constitution saving throw from all of you, please.
Oh, heck.
It's a DC 17.
And
Not gonna
the
go
paladin aura still impacts us, right?
You guys are
Good.
far from me. It's a 10-foot radius.
10 foot.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
a
if you're right
9.
next to Fred.
Dirty 20 for me.
17 for me.
You said it was a constitution save, right?
Yes.
Damn. Where's my cons? Only a +2. Yeah, I definitely failed. That's a 8.
Okay. If you failed, you were going to take 40 points of cold damage as she summons a cone of cold. If you succeeded, you were going to take 20.
I'm gonna take 20 anyway because of my uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Ooh. Yikes.
All of this this harsh winter blast just is summoned in this small space.
Also,
Please.
this counts as getting hit by an attack, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if I lose my glasses.
Oh
Do
god.
not.
Okay.
Fine. Everything's good.
That is it for her turn. Fortunately, you all were in that cone and not any of the kidnapped individuals. Benjamin managed to get out of that as well. So we will go then to Scoob. Your turn.
Wait one moment.
Yeah.
I believe this is a reaction, but I'm struggling to pull up the spell. I have Hellish Rebuke.
Did it.
Yes.
Is that a reaction?
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, my wheel is spinning here. So I'm not sure what it does yet. But in case it kills her, here we go. All right. Second level increase. So because it's cast at second level for me, it's actually 3d10. So the cold hits, point my finger. She is surrounded by hellish flames, and she has to make a dex save. DC 15.
Okay. She rolled that one.
Okay, so that's 3d10. I just go, rude! Another 7. And 6. So it's 20 points of fire damage.
Okay. Very nice. That seems to definitely hit a lot harder than some of your mundane attacks, as you can see the flames still they start out maybe purplish red coming from Dafni. When they hit her, they burn just a little green and continue that flame that you've kind of seen before they stuff out. But she is looking pretty worse for wear at this point. Scoop, it is your turn.
Okay. Did anybody take the full 40 on that one?
Yeah, I
You
sure
did?
did.
Okay, so
I'm
gonna
at 14 hit points.
sheesh. Bonus action, healing word at what are you down? You're down to 14?
I'm down to 14 of 78. Yeah.
Sheesh, yeah, you're
After the
looking
spike
rough.
trap too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna 4d4 plus 2, and I'll let you roll it.
Ooh,
If you
okay.
want, yeah. So I cast that at 4th level as a bonus action, and then as an action, Skahooby says, "You smell," and use vicious mockery. That's. Is that a wisdom saving throw? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw 14, which is not that hard, but
Yeah, she rolled a 16 and has a +6 wisdom save.
yeah. Okay. Well,
What was it was 44 plus what?
2.
Plus
two.
2. So I
And for
almost
Frederick,
rolled
you
max.
get-
So thank you for that.
Sir Frederick gets the 2 temporary hit points
Here's-
back.
okay. And what is the damage from vicious mockery?
Oh, nothing if you save.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's a cantrip, so yeah.
Well, Scoop, if there's nothing else for
That's-
your turn, move on to
Nope.
Dafni.
So you said you were going to give me an advantage on an intimidation check to question him, but would it take my
Mhm.
action to do the talking?
No, I will let you have a free action.
Okay. So I went ahead and pre-rolled my stuff because I know we're heading on towards the next hour. So I rolled a 19 to hit on the first Eldritch Blast against Sarah.
Okay.
And so that ended up being, if that hits, 12
That-
force damage.
Okay. All right.
And then I look at him after doing that, and I'm like, I saw you cast something right before she animated. What was it? And I hold a hand out to him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation.
Okay. My charisma's pretty high. 21. Oh, you said I have advantage too, actually. Just
Yeah,
in case.
usually.
20. So 21.
Okay. He is sweating at this point, and he's not doing that much activity, and there's definitely like his eyes are darting. Like there's a lot of telltale signs that he is not being completely truthful with you, even in what is already a stressful situation. He's red in the face, like he's kind of stammering. Well, I was trying to start the ritual to stop her. Yeah, that's why I'm drawing this circle. You understand it? He's 100%. He cast a spell. It was something to initiate all of this. Like you're pretty clear on that at this point. And he is not giving you. He's giving you the runaround. Absolutely.
I yell out to the group, "It's him! He cast a spell to start this whole thing!" And then I blast him with my second Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And that was also a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna expend.
Blank.
Yeah, exactly. Like with
As we do.
So I have 2 distress points. I'm going to use both those distress points, which add +5 and +5 to my damage. I rolled a 5, and I have the agonizing blast, so that's a total of 18 points of force damage. Right, just in his face.
Okay. He is blasted a little bit backwards, drops the chalk, and kind of looks up at you. This would have recently taken out any commoner stat block. Like this would have taken him out. He looks up at you and like dusts off his finery and looks at you and goes, "Well, fine then. I didn't want to have to make it this difficult. I thought you'd all just die easy, but I suppose if you want to do this the hard way, we'll do this the hard way." And he doesn't really have anything to that, but that is the consequence of your action, whether it be a good or a bad one. I leave it to you.
Don't let him finish the ritual is the last thing I yell out before my turn ends.
I knew I never trusted him.
Velma, it is your turn.
Wonderful. All right, I'm going to. So I've determined in the interim that my crossbow isn't working very well against the Lich, quote unquote. I don't think she's really a Lich. But can I shoot my crossbow at this man I never trusted?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Dafni is in range with him, so I get the advantage. Fantastic.
And she just auto crit because
Let's see.
never trusted.
Wow, I rolled 2 10s. Plus 8 for 18. Does that hit? 18 hits?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Fantastic. So then I get 1d6 and then an additional 5d6s.
Love it.
Dang. Hashtag Velma was right all along.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 points of damage yet again, and this time he is a person. So,
As far as we know.
as far as we know, he's a person. Bella's gonna be so mad if this also doesn't work. By logic and reasoning.
Your crossbow bolt, where it flew through with some resistance, your last target, lands solidly in the shoulder of this very corporeal living human man. And he looks betrayed, angry, and also as if he is going to make you all pay for this. You meddling adventurers, as he also looks rather in pain at this point.
Good.
With that then, Fred, it is your turn.
I'm still gonna attack this one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna be a nat 20.
Yes!
So I'm going to smite that.
Yeah.
Smite, smite, smite.
That's 2. I don't have enough d8s because I didn't think I was gonna crit. Give me a second. A little bad.
Don't underestimate yourself.
That was me having to dig out D10s earlier because that's what I forgot I'm a warlock and I use pins. What is this?
You know what? I'm gonna cast it at a higher level, so we're gonna do level 3. All right. How does this work? It's 2 at first level plus a d8 for each spell slot. 2, 3, 2,
Heck yeah.
3. Okay, and then I'm gonna double this. Right? You double the amount. Okay.
You double your dice or double your damage.
Get it.
I have enough dice. Let me go double the dice.
Okay.
2. I need 3 more d8s. That's the d4s. Pardon me. Alright, cool. Excellent. That is... Oh, I also forgot I do add another d8 because of savage attack.
Okay.
Somebody come get her. It's Fred. Fred's gonna come get her.
20. This is 20. 30. 8. 41 points of damage.
She had 28 hit points left. Fred, how do you finish off this Lich's ghost?
There's just a big roar that comes out of Sir Frederick, and he goes, "Ah! Don't harm the people!" And then, like, just jumps and slashes down.
Okay.
That's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one.
I was like, are we done?
There we go. Fred, as you jump into the air, slashing down your smite glowing long blade into this Lich's ghost, sundering it from this mortal plane and nearly splitting the mummified corpse in half. You hear this no as the ghost begins to dissipate. Benjamin, with a crossbow bolt in his shoulder, begins to try and sketch out the rest of this circle as the ghost is dissipating. He yells up to all of you, "No! No, you don't understand. I was the last honest descendant of Sarah Brightmoon. Her power belonged to me. Darn you meddlesome adventurers! You ruined everything. What's a few townsfolk? What, you think the cult was going to do anything good with it? They haven't done anything good in 100 years. I deserved all this. I deserved every bit of this." And you watch as Sarah's ghost, as it's dissipating, looks towards him, and in her final moment, she says, "My last descendant, so?" And she reaches out, and you watch as this ghostly, just gnarled, clawed hand reaches into Benjamin, pulls out something, probably his soul, as far as you can tell, and rips it down into the floorboards with her, dissipating entirely. The mummified body of Sarah Brightmoon collapses and instantly just disintegrates into dust. The altar seemingly cracks and crumbles at that moment, and you all stand in the victory of this windmill, having saved every one of the kidnapped individuals, having defeated not only a necromancer, but a Lich's ghost herself. You have rescued the town of Haven. Wonderful job, everybody.
Yay!
I've still got the tuft of hair in my hand.
Yes.
And I prestidigitation, light it on fire really quick, and like
Good.
let the dust.
Perfect.
Fly
Now it
off
smells
in
like
the
burnt
wind.
hair in here.
I'm sure the corpse smelled worse.
You're right.
Absolutely. It smells bad in here.
I'm actually helping. The burnt hair is not as bad as mummy.
Okay. You all go out into the town, and looking down from the hill of the windmill, having ushered all of the kidnapped people as well along with you, you can see that the Hexblade girls are in full form on the stage. And going down, you can join the rest of the town, perhaps contact the outside police departments to notify them of a high level of cult activity. And having wrapped up all of the mysteries of Haven, you realize that, yeah, the town council absolutely was trying to channel some sort of power from Lich's ghost. They have been for quite some time and have been completely unsuccessful up to this point. Sarah Brightmoon only allowed her power to go to one of her descendants, that being Benjamin Brightmoon, uncovering the secret room in his home, which Velma had triggered a trap from. But finding that secret room, you can find that he was steadily kidnapping individuals from this harvest festival, keeping them in the windmill, ultimately to sacrifice to Sarah, and then using you all as a way to weaken the ghost, take in that power and spirit into himself. You all were able to foil his plan. And yeah, you are the heroes of Haven and meddlesome adventurers once again. Thank you all so very much for completing this adventure, pretty much right on time. So that's
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Congratulations to Tangent for winning the giveaway for the Friday
Yay.
tea gift card, $20 to you. I hope it goes to a great selection. Thank you to these wonderful people. Thank you to you in the audience. Thank you to those of you who are able to donate. It's really appreciated. It goes towards a great cause. Once again, National Alliance for Mental Illness, NAMI, is an organization that works across the United States to advocate for programs and people that live with mental illness, programs that support people living with mental illness. They advocate to build awareness in the community and also help people to find services where they are needed. So massive thanks to you for donating. Massive thanks to them. We do have one more game coming up that's going to be in support of them. So the charity campaign is not closed for that just yet, as the Hack of Our Woodland Gods, which is coming up next month, will also be in support of them. I'm going to have these lovely people go around and say a little bit about themselves and where you can find more of them. I highly recommend you do. Then we'll do some channel stuff and wrap things up for the night. So, Katie, if you don't mind starting us out, where can we find more of your lovely self?
Of course. So I'm Katie Quixotic. You can find me everywhere I would like for you to find me. It's Katie Quixotic. I have been away from streaming for a bit, but I am coming back in the coming days, hopefully in the new year. So you will find me back on my own channel doing various things. I'm on all the socials. I haven't been posting as much, but all of that is coming back soon. What else was I supposed to say? I'm so glad I got to come back and we got to finish this, and I always love playing for any of Derek's games. DM goals, I'm always just so happy to be invited. I forget what else I was supposed to say. Pay attention to them. They're really awesome.
I mean, that's anything you wanted to promote, any projects, anything like that, or your socials. That's always the big stuff.
That's it for me then.
Perfect. Next up, we have Tori.
Hey, I'm That Nerd Tori. You can find me on all the socials as That Nerd Tori, every single one, and mostly on Blue Sky these days because, and I'm getting back to being on socials after taking kind of an extended mental health break. So find me there. Let's chat. You can find me if you're in the Boston area doing lots of local theater in the coming months and live Foley performance. If you like Foley sound effects, I love making noises. You can also find me editing TTRPGs, most notably right now for Gehenna Gaming's upcoming book, Eldritch Automata. I'm one of the editors on that book. It's going to be freaking amazing. I also edited the Quick Start Guide, which you can get now. Very cool game. And what else? What else do I have going on? I'll be streaming again in the new year too. That's one of my goals. So yeah, find me on those places.
Definitely. That's awesome. Congratulations to you, and we look forward to seeing what you stream. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Where's that mute button? Hi, fam. I'm Mikyl. You can find me more on Instagram. I'm trying to get my Blue Sky like up to date because like I do some art and stuff and I draw. So you can find me at Mikyl Sandoval, Mikyl Sandoval, and more. I'm Sword and Key exclusive here, so like I just like to hang out with my friends and play games with all these great people, and so you could find me on the Sword and Key Discord channel where I have my own little art channel and post on there, and that's where you can find me.
Wonderful. Special thank you to Mikyl, as always, for the artwork that he does contribute to this channel. Artwork that you can see on Horizon's Call, on Zenith, on Humblewood, on Veesen, on just like so many games. Harbingers, like Mikyl is an incredible artist, and we're so very appreciative for all of the time and work that he puts in to making this channel look all the better. So definitely check out his stuff, and pay him for his work. I try to, and he keeps telling me no, so I have to sneak money where he'll find it years from now. I was gonna say there's like $100 sitting somewhere. Last but absolutely not least, we have Jenine.
Hello, I'm Jenine Florist. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me on all social media at janine.florence. You can also find me at my own TTRPG space called Thank You D6, which we are going to be going full send in the coming year, and I'm very excited. We have some fun one-shots and mini-series planned. Definitely have a wicked one because it's theater-themed over here. You can also see me running around Boston as a theater actor. I have one coming up. I will be... It's so weird to say it. I'm going to be in a show called Yellowface in Boston come February. I know, it's weird because you're like, how do I say this correctly and not a weird way? But I have that coming up in February, which is really exciting. And yeah, that's me. You can catch me on maybe other podcasts and surprise visits. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Go if you're in the Boston area, check out like Jenine in person. It's amazing. That's awesome. Congratulations to you. I keep seeing Jenine like, oh, I'm like doing this in the theater and this in the theater. I'm like, oh, God, you're just so cool. All right. Thank you again, everyone. Your donations are very much appreciated. Your time is appreciated. I'm Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, I'm sorry, you can't have it. I am the sword half of Sword and Key, however. So if you want to find more of Sword and Key stuff, because don't worry about my stuff, worry about Sword and Key stuff, all of it can be found in one neat, nice place at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. Find our socials, Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, sword _ key, just underscores between the words for our socials. You can join our Discord, hang out with cool people, talk about cool things. You can also see applications for games when we put them out first. We'll have some applications out in the new year for games like Cursed Captains of Cthulhu. I don't know, I'm playing a Star Wars game at some point. I got a whole bunch more Star Wars books so I can know what the fuck I'm talking about. What's the other one? Mice of Legend. We've got like a lot of stuff coming up to you soon. So definitely check out the Discord because it's a great place to be. And you can always get access to the stuff first before we put it anywhere else. We also have our ongoing philanthropic endeavors. So if you're looking to donate to NAMI in the meantime, you can always find that there, as well as links to our campaigns for Palestine Children's Relief Fund, Fauna and Flora International, the other one, Canine Companions for Independence. I believe there might be one that I'm missing, but there are great causes out there that we always suggest to put your money towards if you're looking for a cause to do that. If you're going to buy some stuff for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that, you can also use our affiliate chips. We are affiliates with Eldritch Foundry, which is custom minis. We are also affiliates with Hit Point Press, the makers of Humblewood and animated spell cards and the Griffin Saddlebag books. There's a new one of that. If you're looking to buy any of that really cool stuff, use our link. Helps us out, helps you out. We're also affiliates with Wishbone Cosmetics. If you're looking to get some cool, vegan, queer-owned, UK-based cosmetics in your life that also fit like a kind of fantasy-based palette. Looking at our calendar, I say confidently, hoping that I have one pulled up. I do. Let's see. So today is the 29th. We will be taking New Year's kind of off. It'll be quiet. You can always hang around our Discord and chat with folks there. Utilize our voice chat channels if you would like to hang out with some folks. On the 2nd, we have the return of Zenith, which is a 5e campaign run by one of my favorite GMs, Alex. It's at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time on Thursdays and is going to be wrapping up relatively soon. So I believe the 2nd is the penultimate episode, with the finale being on the 9th of January. So check that out. It's got like some big city infernal kind of like cult vibes, and also like taking out those in power and what power vacuums leave behind. And I got to guest in a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty great too. So yeah, definitely check it out. On the 28th, Horizons Call will be back at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That is our ongoing nautical campaign. So check that out, 3 p.m. Pacific time on Saturdays up until we reach our logical conclusion for Season 4 and take a little break before Season 5. Other things. Humblewood Yonderbound will plan to be back on the 5th. We had planned to be back today, but we had some folks not feeling their best, and it's always important to take care of yourself because all we do here is play games. So Humble will be back on the 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We are very lucky to be partnered with Fauna and Flora International, and they are very kind to have given us a whole bunch of swag to deal out. So we'll be doing weekly giveaways for pins, as well as a charity-based giveaway once we hit a certain monetary goal for essentially a gift card for a free hoodie or anything of equal or lesser value. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, we have Journey to Book's End coming back on the 6th. That's a Cypher game run by Mare, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. That has its finale on the 13th, so just 2 more episodes left of that. And then Gate Night, which is the only video game streamed here on Sword and Key. It's where LD, Shadow, and I play Baldur's Gate 3. That's going to come back on Tuesday the 7th, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Plays typically on Tuesdays. The only other thing of note outside of that regular rotation is that Woodland Gods, the Hack of Woodland Gods run by Unique, is planned to come back on the 17th. That is Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you're around and available, it's always appreciated for your viewership. And then we also do movie nights on our Discord. Those are typically every other week, starting on the 10th again at 6 p.m. Pacific time, strictly on our Discord. So if you want a free movie that you don't have to pay for a streaming service for, anybody is welcome. That, I believe, is it for tonight for this game. Again, so much appreciation, so much thanks to these wonderful people for putting in their time 2 months ago and then coordinating to come back and put their time in again. I really cannot say how much it means to me. So thank you so very, very much. Yeah, this is towards a great cause. This was a fun game. I'm so happy. Thank you to all of them. Thank you to all of you. Remember to take care of yourselves and others. We are going to be rating Roll D5. One of our favorite people, one of our mods, Shadow, is over there, so go spread some love and positivity. And Jinkies, Zoinks, Scooby Snacks, all that kind of stuff. Let's split up, gang. We solved the mystery. I don't know if they say that. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye.